All right, everyone, welcome to Sunday Bracket Play here at Canal Park Field number 2. This is Doc of the USSSA Sports Network. Glad to have you aboard. We are about to broadcast the 9U Bracket Play in the Scared Hitless 2 tournament, put on by USSSA, and, of course, broadcast by USSSA Sports Network. Over on channel number 2, USSSA Sports Network 2, we have the 10U action being broadcast today as well. I want to thank Matt Grant, Tim Labus for their tireless efforts to put things together for this tournament, which has been very key to make sure it's successful. And the Clearwater events are always successful. So, again, thank you all very much for joining. Glad to have you aboard. And I'm just going to do a quick test here. You're going to hear some noise in the background, so just keep that in mind as we... Let's see here. Bear with me, folks.
Here, I don't need it anymore.
Let's try this again. So I'm trying to find our game just to make sure that... there we go. Let's try this again. There we go. Okay, I just want to make sure everyone could hear me out there. So again, thank you so much for joining us here on the broadcast. Glad to have you aboard. So the game is about ready to get started here very shortly. So with that said, let's make a couple tweaks here while we're waiting. There we go. Much better. So while we're waiting, let's go through the lineups real quick. So let's talk about defense. So Bolts are going to be your home team. And let's talk about the pitcher catcher. So the pit on the mound is going to be Bennett, and behind the plate is going to be Ryan. So we'll go through that in a minute. But your visiting team, which is the Burn, they are going to be leading off. It's going to be Brady. Followed by Brody, Colin, Jack, JW, SJ, Luke, KB, and Pete. And I believe Ethan will be DHing for Pete. And there are two substitutions. It'll be Cohen and Prescott as well. So with that, let's just take a quick break. This is Doc of the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back in just a moment. We're back. Sorry about that. I want to just address with you real quick. The reason why I go on mute is because of music in the background, potential copyright infringements with YouTube. Right now on the field, there's at home plate. It's pretty muddy, and which on the right would be the right-handed batter's side of the box, and we're just waiting. So we're just waiting on that to be corrected, and then we'll be able to get started. Again, we are on field number 2 here at Oldsmar, Florida, Canal Park, field number 2. Yesterday we broadcasted on our new channel, so check it out, our USSSA Sports Network 2 channel. We broadcasted 11U over there yesterday, and today it's 10U. And then we also broadcasted 12U on this channel yesterday as well. So, again, so glad to have you aboard. If you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to share those in the comments section. And you probably won't get a response during the game, but post game at some point you will. But anyway, just glad to have you aboard as viewers. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, because it doesn't cost you anything, but it helps us grow the channel, helps us get sponsors and advertisers so we can enhance the experience for you, the fans, and the players. All right, so quick break. Again, just going to mute until we get things going here. This is Doc, the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back. All right, folks, we're back. Looks like everything's situated now, so we're good to go. They got some stuff on the field there to keep that dry spot so the players don't slip as they're coming out of the batter's box. But again, thanks for joining us here on the broadcast. So glad to have you aboard. We'll be here throughout the day covering 9U bracket play. The reason why you have this angle versus up top where we're used to is because from just above where the camera is right now all the way to the top, there's a secondary net. And it would cause blurriness and everything else. You really can't get a good picture up top and here as like you can on the other on the rest of the fields that are here at Canal Park. So a little bit different angle. If you look over on USSSA Sports Network channel number 2, you also see a very similar view because of the same reason. So these are only two fields for some reason to have that net that comes down like that. So Bennett's about finished with his warm-ups. Again, Ryan behind the plate. So the Bolts lineup, we'll just go through it real quick. It's Ryan, Bennett, Elijah, Gianni, Roman, Patrick, Hudson, Nathan, and CJ. Again, Ryan on the mound, Bennett on the mound, Ryan behind the plate. Now leading off again for the Burn is going to be Brady. He'll be followed by Brody and then Colin. That's your first three batters. As we're about to get things underway here very shortly in this one. All right, so here we go. About to get this first bracket play game underway. So Bennett looks in. He gets his sign. He sets and delivers the first pitch of the game. Brady shows bunt. Called strike on the outside corner. And first 9U game bracket play underway. Bennett comes set. And delivers. It's pop fly on the infield. First base coming in, and that's going to be foul. And that makes it a 0-2 count on Brady. So no balls, two strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. Just getting underway here in the top of the first inning. Bracket play here at Canal Park, Oldsmar, Florida. Field number 2. For those of you looking to know where we are, in case you want to stop by and say hello. Ball 1, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, you are.
I was?
Yeah.
Because this guy says he can't get it on there.
Yeah, you're live.
He said all he can get was yours.
Hey, Mike, he's got to go to number 2 channel. There's a ball on the outside, and it's 2-2. Sorry, so just to fill you all in, wonder why I'm talking to this other person. So that's our other broadcaster. He's broadcasting on USSSA Sports Network 2, the 10U action, and we're doing the 9U action on USSSA Sports Network. And now the count's full, so 3 balls, 2 strikes. Brady's worked it back from an 0-2 count at this at-bat. And we'll see how this ends up. And the pitch. Fly ball in the infield. Third baseman's back. Can't make the catch, and it's fair because he touched in fair territory. And so Brady's on. Here to lead things off in the top of the first. That's going to bring up Brody.
Make sure you're paying attention to this pitcher's rhythm.
And it's a pitch. Pop fly right here in front of us. Catcher's under it. Makes the catch. Nice job by Ryan to catch that one, and that's 1 down. Beautiful job by the catcher. And then check the runner, make sure he wasn't going anywhere. So great job. So that's 1 down. Ball just gets away from Ryan. That allows Brady to go to second base. In the batter's box is Colin. On deck is Jack. It's ball one to Jack. Or excuse me, Colin. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. It's a 1-1 count now. And the pitch. Ground ball right back the middle. Just threw over Bennett's head. That's going to center field. Here comes the run home. And the Burn have an early 1-0 lead in this one. So one down. Brady scores an RBI single for Colin. That brings Jack in. Jack steps in the box.
Here we go, Jack.
And the pitch. Ball low. There goes Colin. Throw down. Not in time. Nice backup by the shortstop there. So ball one. That moves Colin to second base.
In life,
It's ball two. All right, JW steps in. We got runners on first and third. Jack on first, Colin on third. I'm not sure what happened. Sorry about the mute there. I had to help out a fan find the other channel. That's ball one. Good. Two. Yeah. Ground ball at first base. That is 2 outs.
Let's go, S. Better hit him in here.
And puts runners on second and third.
Put bat on ball. Look, SJ, low and swing high, babe. Let it travel.
That brings in SJ. Luke is on deck. Good. Okay. Was helping a fan there try to find the other channel so they can see the 10U action. There's a fly ball. Shortstop, center field's coming in. Makes the catch. And that is 3 outs.
Just missed it. Hey, good swing, 12.
So the Burn get 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and 2 left at the end of half inning. It's the Burn 1. Bullets coming to bat. Coming up for the Bullets is going to be Ryan, Bennett, and Elijah. This is Doc, the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, folks, here we go. Back with live action. Got Ryan stepping in, Bennett on deck, Elijah stepping up. On the mound is Brady, and behind the plate is Colin. And here comes the first pitch from Brady. Call strike, and the bottom of the first is underway. So no one count. No balls, one strike. Nobody out, nobody on. Bottom of the first inning. Ball just low and outside. And it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. To Ryan. Timeout called. Right fielder tying his shoe. We're all set. And back to live action. And the pitch. Call strike. And it's 1-2 to Ryan. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Foul ball. And we'll do 1-2 again. Burnout in front right now, 1-0 with the quick run in the first inning. An RBI single by Colin. Drove in that first run. We are in bracket play today, so the loser does go home. There's a ball outside, and it's 2-2.
Make sure you try that ball up.
There's a ground ball up the middle. Fielded by the shortstop. Over to first. And they get him. And that is 1 away. Nice play out there by the shortstop. And that is 1 down.
Nice job, Luke. Good throw, kid.
Nice play by the shortstop. That'll bring in Bennett. He's your pitcher right now for the Bolts. And here's the pitch to Bennett. Ball just a little bit up and outside. It's a 1-0 count. So coming up, our next game is going to be the Navigators and Florida Burn 9U Select. This is for the Platinum team. Ball just up and outside there. And then the winner of this one goes on to play a Tampa Extreme in semifinal game 1 at 12:30. And the next game, winner of that one, plays Trinity Titans in the semifinal game number 2. Foul ball. And I believe it's a 1-1 count. It's 2-1. I forgot to put the other ball in there. Sorry about that. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. And the pitch. Ball low and outside. And it's 3-1. But the winner of the next semifinal game, or excuse me, the winner of the next game between the Navigators and Burn Select will play the Trinity Titans for semifinal game number 2, which will be at 2:30. The championship scheduled to start, there's ball 4, at 4:30 this afternoon.
All right, Brad, here we go, kids. Settle in.
So that puts Bennett on first base with a 1-out walk. That brings in Elijah. Gianni on deck. And there's the first pitch. Ball just a little bit up. And came right back to Colin. And Bennett moves to second base on the pass ball. So it's a 1-0 count to Elijah. Base hit in the center field. That's nice stop by the center fielder. And that prevents a run from coming in and tying this one up. Wow, what a stop.
Great job.
So puts runners on the corners.
Let's go, Ash. Where's the play? Here we go, boys. Turn 2.
And the pitch. Call strike on the outside corner. Elijah goes to second base. An 0-1 count to Gianni. On deck is Roman. So that is Elijah at second, Bennett at third. Ground ball to short. Fielded. This ball game is tied, and that's 2 outs.
Good job. That's the play. Good job.
So 1-1 game here with 2 outs now. That brings in Roman. Patrick on deck.
Number 17, Roman.
So the both side up with that ground ball to short. And the pitch. Ball low and outside. Here comes runner. So Elijah started home and changed his mind.
All right, 3-0. Let's go, baby.
So it's a 1-0 count. Again, Brady on the mound, calling behind the plates. At bat is Roman, and that's ball 2. So 2-0 count. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Ball low, and now it's 3-0.
Let's go, boys. First base.
So 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Tie ball game. And the 3-0 from Brady. Fly ball in the infield. First base coming in. Can't quite get there, just in foul territory. It's a nice try. And it makes it 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. And pitch. And that is ball 4. So now runners on the corners. So Roman's at first. Elijah at third. That brings in Patrick. And here comes the pitch from Brady. Bunt foul. And it's a 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 on. Tie ball game here in the bottom of the first inning. And the pitch. Called strike, and now it's 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. That allowed Roman to go to second.
Where's the play, boys?
And makes the runners on second and third. Here's the pitch. Ball inside. 1-2.
There it is. Nice pitch, Brady.
And that makes it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is 3 outs. However, the Bolts do tie it up with 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, 2 left. At the end of 1, it's a tie ball game. Coming up for the Burn in the top of the second inning is going to be Luke, KB, and Ethan. This is Doc, the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back. All right, folks, we're back. Stepping in is going to be Luke. On the mound is still Bennett. Behind the plate, still Ryan. And the pitch. Ball low. Actually, yeah, that's right. So 1-0 count to Luke. Start things off here in the top of the second. And this one. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Hey, keep your head there, man. Let's go.
Ground ball. Third base picks it up. Over to first. And that is one out. Nice play. So one down. That brings in KB. On deck is Ethan. Actually, on deck is Pete. Ball just inside, and it's going to be 1-0 to KB. So I'll keep an eye and see because the way that the coaches wrote it up is they have one of them DHing, so it could be that Pete's DHing for Ethan. Swing and a miss. Strike one. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. Top of second inning. Tie ball game. And the pitch. There's a bunt. Nice bunt up the line. And that ball will stop. And KB is on with a bunt single to start things, or a 1 out bunt single to keep things going here in the second inning. And here we go now. Nice bunt by KB. Stayed right inside the line. In the dirt there. And enables him to get on. Pete steps in. Ball outside. Throw down. And he's safe. Just under the tag there. So it puts KB on second base. 1-0 count to Pete. In the back to top of the order, Brady, who's on deck. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And I believe the count's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. 1-1 score. 1 runner on. A lot of ones there, folks. Tried to bunt. Strike 2. Throw down to third. And that's going to allow the go-ahead run to score. As the throw went into left field. And the Burn lead it 2-1. So I believe it's a 1-2 count to Pete. And here's the 1-2 pitch. And that's ball 2. So 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. KB just scored on the tried to steal third, and the ball went to left field, allowed him to come home. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is 2 outs. So that's going to bring in Brady. On deck is Brody. Brady singled and scored in the first inning. Base is clear. And the pitch. Ball outside. Nice try by Ryan to block that one. That's ball 1. And the pitch. Line shot to center field, right center field. That's going all the way to the fence. And Brady will hold it with a long single. And now he's 2 for 2. So runner on first with 2 outs. That brings in Brody. Brody popped out last time. And the pitch. Ground ball to second. Fielded over to first. And that is 3 outs.
All right, we got one. It's all right.
So 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left at the end of 1.5. It's the Burn 2, Bolts 1. Coming up to bat for the Bolts is going to be Hudson, Nathan, and CJ. This is Doc, the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back. All right, here we go. As Hudson steps up to the batter's box. As first pitch by Brady. Foul ball. And it's 0-1. So Brady is still at on the mound. Collins still behind the plate. Again, coming up next is the Burn Select versus the Navigators. Navigators will be your home team. Ball low, and it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, nobody on. Bottom of the second inning. Burn lead at 2-1. Ball outside, and it is 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball foul. And it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch from Brady. Nice stop by Colin. And the count's full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the payoff pitch from Brady. Ball 4. And Hudson's on with a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the second. So Nathan steps in. CJ on deck. Ball just a little inside there. And that makes it 1-0 on Nathan. So 1 ball, no strikes, nobody out. Hudson at first. Brady looks in, gets his sign, winds up, and delivers. Ball 2. So 2-0 is the count now. Again, Hudson at first. CJ on deck. And, of course, Nathan at the plate. Call strike on the outside corner. And now it's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out, 1 on. Bottom of second. Burns in the lead in this one, 2-1. Bunt foul, and it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tyne runs at first, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that is 1 out. That brings in CJ. On deck is Ryan, back to the top of the order. And CJ shows bunt. He tries to go for it and called strike. So no balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1. Call strike 2 on the outside corner. And it's quickly 0-2. Brady ahead. So after the leadoff walk, Brady settled down, struck out Hudson, and now is ahead 0-2. Ground ball foul. And we'll do 0-2 again. So no balls, 2 strikes.
Turn two.
And the pitch. Ball outside. And it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Hudson at first base. And the pitch. And it's 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3, and that is 2 outs. So 2 down. That brings in Ryan. On deck is Bennett.
Ryan Bennington.
Hey, easiest base.
Brady is pitching a masterful game so far. Ground ball right back to Brady. Fields it over to first, and that is 3 outs.
Good job, Brady. Nice job.
So no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left, and at the end of 1.5, after the end of 2, it's the Burn 2, Bolts 1. Coming up for the Burn is going to be Colin, Jack, and JW. This is Doc of the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back. All right, the throwdown has happened. Warm-up's done, and about ready to get the top of the third. Top of the third underway. Sorry, I forgot to switch there. Top of three. So one part I forgot to change. So there we go. Colin steps in. Jack on deck. Here's the first pitch from Bennett. Throw over to first. Ground out to second base, and it's one down. So one pitch, one out. Again, that's Bennett on the mound. Ryan behind the plate. Jack steps in. JW on deck. And the pitch. Ball outside. And it's 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. And ball outside. And it's 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. Just getting underway here in the top of the third inning. A 2-1 lead for the Burn. And that hit him, didn't it? Nope. It's 3-0. Sorry, they hit the glove.
All right, Jack, here we go, kid.
So it's the 3-0 count to Jack. And the pitch. Ball 4. And Jack's on with a 4-pitch walk. To lead things are to continue the inning here, a 1-out walk. That brings in JW. On deck is SJ.
Here we go, Jakey boy. That's great, Luke. Great. Yes, you can hammer this, right? Yes, turn, SJ. High, right? High, Bubba. Boom. Good love, baby. Get those feet spread apart now. There you go.
There's a fly ball in the left center field. That's going, gets past the left fielder. Center fielder picks it up. Throw comes in. Jack goes into third. Missed play by the third base, and the Burn have a 3-1 lead as JW goes all the way to third base.
Let's go, your turn, Ash. You know we get in trouble there. Let's go, Ash, your turn, babe. Let's go, Ash. Attaboy. Here we go, Ash. Get low, babe, low. Turn high, babe.
So 3-1 now. The Burn lead it with 1 out. JW on third base. SJ at the plate, swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Here we go, 12.
Let's go, SJ.
So we will give a double to JW. No RBI though, as the throw caused the run come in. Ball gets past, foul ball, actually, and that makes it 0-2 to SJ. Luke on deck. Again, 1 out.
Here we go, Ash. You're a hitter, babe.
And the pitch. And that did hit him.
Way to wear it, Ash.
And he will go to first base. So runners on the corners.
Great job.
That was a rip, I think. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's it. It's a double. I'll pay him. Go, baby.
So Bennett looks in, gets his sign, and delivers. Ball 1. There goes JW. Excuse me, SJ to second base. So it's a 1-0 count. Runners at second and third. There's the pitch. Ball just off the plate. 2-0. So that's SJ at second, JW at third. The Burn have added another run this inning. It's 3-1. Luke at the plate. KB on deck. There's a bunt. Foul. And it's 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch. Bunt foul. 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Luke. It is 1 out. And runners at second and third. Again, that is JW at third, SJ at second base. And the pitch. Ball off the plate. It's 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is 2 outs.
All right, Luke. All right, kid.
That brings in KB. On deck is Ethan. There's the first pitch. Bunts. Right back to the pitcher. Third base picks it up, throw to first. And that is 3 outs. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, 2 left at the end of 2.5. It's the Burn 3. Bolts 1. Coming up for the Bolts is going to be Bennett, Elijah, and Gianni. This is Doc, the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back. All right, folks, there we go. We are back with bottom of 3 action here. Bennett steps in, Elijah on deck. And Brady's still on the mound. Collin still behind the plate. And the first pitch from Brady. Call strike in the outside corner. That's on 1. So no balls, 1 strike. Ball up and outside, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch from Brady. Ball low. 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Nobody on. Just getting their way here in the bottom of the 3rd. Bolts trail by 2. 3-1. off the plate. 3-1. And 3-1 pitch. Pop foul right here. Just out of play. Wow. And it makes the count 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to Bennett. Again, Elijah on deck. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is 1 away. It's a nice job by Brady coming back on that one. And that's 3 strikeouts in a row for Brady. Elijah steps in. Gianni on deck. And the pitch. Ball low, and it's 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out. Bottom of 3rd. And the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. It's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball low and outside. 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball back up the middle. Fielded by second baseman. Over to first. And they get a nice dig by JW over there.
Now batting, number 13.
Nice catch, Jake. Way to get that there in a hurry, yes.
So that makes it 2 outs.
Good job, boys.
That brings in Gianni roaming on deck. Here's the first pitch from Brady. Ball low. That's 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-1. They even things up there. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Again, the Burn lead it by 2, 3-1. Here in the 3rd inning. Pop foul. Just out of the reach of the catcher. And it's 1-2. The Burn have put up 1 run every single inning so far. And Brady's pitching has been lights out the past 2 innings. Let's see what happens here. Call strike 3, and that is 3 outs. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left at the end of 3. Burn 3, Bolts 1. Coming up for the Burn is going to be Ethan, followed by Brady and Brody. This is Doc, the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back. All right, warm-ups are just about done. Bennett sitting on the mound, Ryan behind the plate. Stepping up to the plate is Ethan for the Burn.
All right, E, here we go, kid.
Here in the top of the 4th inning.
Let's see it, one.
And the pitch. Line shot to right center field. That's getting down for it. That's going to the fence. And Ethan will hold up with a single to lead things off here in the top of the 4th inning. That brings in Brady. Brody on deck.
Get the whole lineup going, Johnny.
So Brady steps in. Brady is 2 for 2. 2 singles and scored his first time up. And the pitch. There's a line shot in the right field. That gets down for a hit. And runners at first and second here for the Burn. They definitely got something cooking here for him. Brady's 3 for 3. That brings in Brody. On deck is Colin. Brody watches for Bennett throw the first pitch. There's a grab ball base hit into right center field. And here comes Ethan, throw to third. And everybody's safe. So Burn lead at 4-1.
Hey, way to hit the ball, hey! Hey, now we're rolling. Let's go, boys.
So Brody pop fly on the infield. Pitcher coming over. Bennett makes the catch, and that is one away.
Hey, that's all right, 2-3.
So one down. That'll bring in Jack. On third is Brady. On second is Brody. Pinch runner for Brady. That's going to be Prescott.
All right, Jack, here we go, kid. We'll get it, Jack.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss. That ball gets away. And Prescott holds at third. So strike one to Jack. Excuse me. JW on deck. Jack walked and scored his last time up. Burn lead at 4-1 here in the 4th. And the pitch. Ball in the dirt. Nice stop by Ryan. 1-1 now. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on. 1 run in so far for the Burn. And the pitch. Ball in the dirt. That gets away. Here comes Prescott. And he's safe. And here comes another run. And it's now a 6-1 ball game.
Good job, Bird.
So that's ball 2 on Jack. JW on deck. And here's the pitch. Ball 3. So 3-1 is the count right now on Jack.
Go us!
Or actually, that was ball 4. I missed one. Sorry about that, folks. So that puts Jack on first with a 1-out walk. That brings in JW. SJ on deck.
Go, Jakey boy, hammer.
It's ball outside. Throw down. Nope. Jack goes back to first base. So 1-0 count to JW. Foul ball. And it's 1-1.
All right, okay, way to swing the bat. Here we go.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. 3 runs in this inning so far for the Burn. This is Burn Platinum playing right now against the Bolts. Burn Select is coming up next against the Navigators. Ground ball back at the middle. Shortstop fields it over to second. They get the force out at second base, and that's 2 down. That brings in SJ with JW at first. On deck is so Cohen is now batting for SJ. Sorry about that, folks. Ball 1 to Cohen. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. I believe the count's 1-1. And indeed it is. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. JW at first. And the pitch. Ball in the dirt. JW will go to second base. And he's in there. It's a 2-1 count now to, Cohen. And the 2-1 pitch. Ball 3. So 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. That ball gets away. It's going to make it a full count, but that allows JW to the third. So full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3 runs across this inning, giving the Burn a 6-1 lead. And the pitch. That's ball 4. And so now runners on the corners with 2 outs. That brings in Luke. KB's on deck. And here's the pitch. And ball in the dirt. That allows Cohen to go to second base. So runners on second and third. Oops. And it's an 0-1 count. Ground ball. Third baseman fields it. And has nowhere to go with it. Another run scores, makes it 7-1. So runners at first and second now. So that's Cohen at second. Luke at first. KB steps in the batter's box. Ethan on deck. So ball 1 count. And the pitch. Ball 2. So 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. 4 runs across this inning for the Burn. And the pitch. Foul ball. And it's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. We are here in the top of the 4th. And the pitch. Ground ball to short. Fielded. Throw to third. And they get him. And that is 3 outs. So they pick up 4 runs on 3 hits. No errors and 2 left at the end of 3.5. It's the Burns 7, Bolts 1. Coming up for the Bolts is Roman, Patrick, and Hudson. This is Doc, the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back. It's a nice throw down there by Colin. So we're back. Brady's still on the mound. Colin behind the plate. Roman about to step in. Patrick on deck as we get things underway here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the first pitch from Brady. Fly ball. Left fielder's under it. Can't make the catch. And that puts Roman on. I think he lost it in the sun there. That brings in Patrick. Hudson on deck.
Now batting, number 3. McGuire.
And the first pitch. Ball up. There's the runner. Throw down.
Got him, baby!
They get him at second. Nice play.
Hey, nice start out, Colin.
That's 1 out.
Good job,
Great job, Colin.
So 1 down.
Tag, Luke.
And that's ball 2 to Patrick. So 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of 4th. Nice play by Colin. And got Roman trying to steal second base. Ball high. And now it's 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out. And the pitch. And that's ball 4.
All right, Brady, here we go, kid.
So 1 out walk issued by Brady to Patrick. That brings in Hudson. On deck is Nathan. Hudson walked his first time up. And the pitch. Call strike on the outside corner. Throw down to first. Not in time.
Hey, good idea. Good idea.
So it's an 0-1 count to Hudson. Excuse me, folks. Patrick on first. Ball inside, throw down again, not in time.
Keep him honest, Colin. Good job.
So it's a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Bottom of 4. Here's the pitch. Ball outside. Throw down again. They get him off. Here's the throw to second. And they get him. What a play. Defensively, the Burn are on fire this inning.
Well done.
So we'll make sure that one gets called out as well.
Yeah.
There's called strike to Hudson. It's a 2-2 count. I don't know why I reset that. Sorry about that, folks. So 2 down, 2-2 count, ball 3. And count is full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the pitch. Call strike 3 on the outside corner, and that is 3 outs. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left at the end of 4. It is the Burn 7, the Bolts 1. Coming up for the Burn in the top of the 5th is going to be, I believe it's going to be Ethan, followed by Brady, and then Brody. This is Doc, the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back. All right, folks, we're back. We do have a pitching change for the Bolts, and that is going to be Elijah on the mound for Bennett as we get things underway here in the top of the 5th with the Burn. Again, Ethan stepping into the batter's box. On deck is Brady. And his first pitch. Ball outside. And it's 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So it's 1-1 count now to Ethan. And the pitch. Called strike 2. And it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. Top of 5. Burn lead at 7-1. There's a line shot in the left field. That's getting through for a base hit. And Ethan is now 2 for 2. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah.
This is our lineup for the next game.
Is it possible I can get first names?
Yes, if you have a pen I could use real quick.
Ah, sure.
All right.
Yep. So Brady steps in. Foul ball. And it's an 0-1 count to Brady. So no balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Ball low. Throw down. As Ethan stayed at first base. That's a 1-1 count. And the pitch. And it makes it 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Timeout. Let's replace the ball. As the ball's wet. The grass is pretty wet this morning. Lots of dew on the ground. Plus, I think they watered the fields as well. So, thank you very much. Foul ball at the plate. And it's going to make it 2-2. I believe. So foul ball was the call. Or at least it appeared to be the call. I could have it wrong. So Ethan has to go back to, it is a foul ball. Ethan has to go back to first base. They're still tending to Brady. So Brady's the pitcher of record right now for the burn. And looks like he's okay. So here we go. So Brady's stepping in now. And here's the pitch. Pop fly on the infield. Shortstop's under it. Makes a catch. And that is 1 away. So 1 down. That brings in Brody with Ethan on first base. On deck will be Colin. Right fielder tying his shoes. So a quick break in the action there. And we're good to go. All right, here we go. As Brody steps in, Brody single, drove an RBI, and scored his last time up. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And it's an 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Ground ball. Foul ball. And it is going to be 0-2 on Brody. So no balls, 2 strikes. Ethan will have to go back to first base. And here's the 0-2 pitch from Ethan. Or Elijah, excuse me. Ball low. Actually, make sure I get this right. So it is Elijah on the mound. Ethan on first. It's a 1-2 count to Brody. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. And it is 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. We are in the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 3. 2 outs. So 2 down. That brings in Colin. Jack on deck. So Colin singled and drove an RBI his first time up. And the pitch. Ball just a little bit inside. Ethan goes to second base, and he will get in there easily. So it's a 1-0 count to Colin. All right, so Ethan's at second base. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs here in the 5th. So another shoe malfunction out in right field. All right, looks like we're good. And here's the pitch. Ball off the plate. And it's going to make it 2-0 to Colin. Again, Jack on deck. Ethan at second base. Burn lead at 7-1 here in the top of the 5th. And the pitch. Ground ball. Picked up by a shortstop. Over to first. Not in time. That gets away. Ethan's going to go to third. And everyone will be safe where they are. So runners on the corners. And it brings in Jack. JW on deck. Huh? There's a line shot in the left center field. That's getting down for a hit. That's going to score Ethan. And the Burn lead at 8-1. And the first pitch to JW is a ball. On deck is SJ, or excuse me, is it Cohen or SJ? It looks like Cohen is on deck. Ball 2. Throw down to third. That goes into left field. There's nobody backing it up. And that's going to allow KB who was running for Colin, come around to score. And that moves Jack all the way to third. So that makes it 9-1. So 9-1 right now. That brings in, I think it's a 2-0 count to JW with Cohen on deck. Still, and with 2 outs. So the Burn have put up 2 runs. So was it after the 2 outs occurred? Called strike, and that's 1-1 count. 1-2 count. I missed the 1 strike. Sorry about that, folks. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the pitch. Ground ball to shortstop. Mishandle. Another run scores. And JW's on. And that makes it a 10-1 lead for the Burn. As the inning continues, Cohen steps in. Luke on deck. Cohen walked his last time up. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike. JW at first. 2 outs. 10-1 lead by the Burn. Ball outside. That's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. And the pitch. Ball 2. So 2-1. And here's the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball foul. And that'll make the count 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3 runs across this inning. First base is JW. All right, so 2 balls, 2 strikes on Cohen. And the pitch. Foul ball. And it remains 2-2.
Let's get it, Cohen. Let's hit one, Cohen. Come on, buddy.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is 3 outs. However, the Burn pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 left. At the end of 4.5, it's the Burn 10, the Bolts 1. Coming up for the Bolts in the bottom of the 5th is going to be Nathan, CJ, and then back to the top of the order with Ryan. This is Doc, the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back. All right, folks, we're back with bottom of the 5 action here between the Burn and the Bolts. And there is, I believe, ball 1 to Nathan. Again, Brady's still on the mound. Colin's still behind the plate. I believe it's a 1-0 count and a 1-0 pitch. Ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes. Ball outside. And it's 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes. And the 3-0 pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. It's 3-1 now. Ball low and outside, and that is ball 4. So leadoff walk issued by Brady to Nathan. That'll bring in CJ. And I think we're going to have a pitching change. And let's see. We are going to have a pitching change, and it looks like it's going to be SJ on the mound. And indeed it is. All right, so with that, let's take a quick break. Nice job by Brady on the mound today. So let's take a quick break. This is Doc, the UAA Sports Network. We'll be right back. Back to live action.
Relax those shoulders, right? Breathe.
Not sure what happened there, but nonetheless, there's a bunt by CJ, and he is out at first, but that allows Nathan to go to third. That brings in Ryan.
Loose shoulders, babe.
On deck is Bennett. Swinging a foul tip.
Like that velo, ass.
So it's strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike.
SJ, pass ball. He's got to cover, man.
And the pitch. Ground ball to second. Fielded cleanly. Over to first. And that is 2 outs. But that does score a run. That is Nathan scoring. It brings in Bennett. And it makes it 10-2. Sorry I missed the outs there, folks. I think we're all set now, all squared away. Brings in Bennett. Elijah on deck. There's a line side in the left center field. That's getting down for a hit. That's going to the fence. And Bennett's going to go into second base with a stand-up double. So runner on second. It brings in Elijah. Gianni on deck. Ground ball to short. Fielded cleanly over to first. And they get him.
Nice job, boys. Nice job, boys.
So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and 1 left at the end of 5 innings. And that's the ball game, folks. So final score here, 10-8 in favor of the Burns. The Burn will go on to play a little bit later against Tampa Extreme. So make sure you tune back in for that one back at 12:30. But coming up next is going to be the Navigators and Burn 9U Select coming up next right here on the USSSA Sports Network. This is Doc. I'll be back with you momentarily with game number 2 of bracket play. We'll see you in a bit, everyone.